Alright, so I may have come up with a brilliant idea. It also may be a bad idea, but science kind of must be done. Rip Jaraxxus. Hello, Ragnaros. I'm sure nothing will go wrong with that. I also had a secondary, fairly crazy idea, but I'm not sure I want to do it. And I actually had a tertiary crazy idea, but I'm not sure I want to do that either. I actually had a fourth idea also, but I think that's good for now. Oh, right, that was my second idea. Maybe I will do it. So, I'm getting rid of Jaraxxus for Ragnaros because against the control matchups which Jaraxxus is good against, they often have Harrison Jones and I'm too afraid to play Jaraxxus. So instead I'll play something that's proactively good. Secondly, I found that in a lot of games, I've been having that Shadow Flame stuck in my hand. So I'm going to do something a little bit crazy, and this might just be because of my playstyle, but I'm going to get rid of a Shadow Flame. And I'll just put in the Black Knight. I also want to do something even crazier than this, but we're going to just stick with this level of crazy for now. So these are the pre-game changes, which will hopefully result in great success. Black Knight is mainly a response to how Druid is more popular now. If Druid gets less popular, maybe I'll get rid of the Black Knight for something. Maybe, but I'm not sure. Since I'm running Ragnaros instead of Jaraxxus, isn't it an idea to have two antique kill bots? I thought about that, but I decided that the antique replaces the Jaraxxus from old style.
Gul'dan versus Uther. I will fight.
So without the Jaraxxus and without the second Shadow Flame, and with the Black Knight and with the Ragnaros, I have the chance to play more proactive plays. The Black Knight is still a reactive play, but I think in this meta, there's enough targets out there for the Black Knight. Against this Paladin, for example, I'm nearly certain that Black Knight will find something to hit. It might hit Tyrion, Fordring, which would actually not be that great, but it will probably hit a Belcher.
Reporting for duty.
There were some other cards I considered cutting for the edition, such as Coil and Chow, but I value a good matchup against Hunter too much to cut those, for now. This Acolyte will be really good if he has a Aldor. I guess I would play, Owl's also good, of course.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, I think I play this because it's on curve, and then the next turn I can tap Drake. Why would eliminating Tyrion do that? Because then they get Ashbringer. The point is usually on Tyrion you want to silence it, and then you can't play Black Knight. Two, 4, 5, 9. So I think I can afford to tap Drake here. Opponent's got to be a bit cautious. Maybe I should sacrifice his zombie chow. Maybe I randomly lose right now, but probably not. He decided to do negative damage to me. For he feels the fear.
Mind if I roll need?
Loot Hoarder is an interesting card to put in this deck. One of the weaknesses of Paladin is its lack of card draw. He's put in Loot Hoarder and Acolyte of Fame. An interesting thought.
Reporting for duty.
Well, the good news is the Drake basically absorbed 10 points of damage. It'll actually absorb 11 points if I send it into loot order, which I believe I will do. The downside of playing Sylvanas is if he has True Silver, he can take it out with the Silver Hand. But he would need, well, he used his second True Silver a bit lightly. So maybe he does have it. So maybe I don't want to play Sylvanas. But then what do I want to do? Maybe Zombie Chow, Defender of Argus. No, I will play the Sylvanas.
I have no time.
I'll trade this. Makes it less bad against Consecration. So I'm looking to draw into the Mountain Giants or to take damage. Or I can just start playing the Moltens for 9. That's fine too.
I must move quickly.
This turn took him a while to think of, so he probably had another play but chose not to do it.
Reporting for duty.
That's not necessarily good for me. It's a nice active play. I might have to Black Knight Tyrion and give him the Ashbringer.
Follow the rules.
Maybe. It's a good Black Knight target. Don't have it, but it would be pretty good. I think I send in the boom bots and see what happens. Right. Bounce, bounce. Dark Bomb in the worst case. Tap first. See what happens. Coil. That's nice. Okay, it's a good start. That's good. Maybe I play Molten Giant because it costs so much more. And it looks like it'll keep costing more. Next turn, the Mountain Giant will once again cost 3. Does Undertaker get a double boost if you play it before Dr. Boom? Yes, it does. I found it to kind of my surprise yesterday. First time I saw that happen. I was expecting to have to do a different play that turn, probably involving Mountain instead of Molten. And then like playing a Dark Bomb or a Mortal Coil. There are a lot of ways that the math could have worked out.
Justice. Reporting for duty.
I do have to watch out for equality clears. He played a 5-6 into my 8-8, and that's generally good for me. I don't want to play a second giant, so what do I do here? I don't want to play anything. This is a tough turn, because my turn is really good, but against a Paladin, you don't want your turn to be that good. I can send the 8-8 in and then play another giant, because this giant will have accomplished its goal. And then play this giant. And then you don't have to worry about my life total anymore. I mean, I don't have to worry about keeping it high. They wouldn't play MC Tech, would they? Probably not.
Let me follow the rules.
I have no time for games.
This is a little interesting on Sylvanas, in that my minions all suck currently. This is probably okay. In fact, if I could ship him the Chow, that would be fantastic. Ship the Chow. And if I miss giving him the Chow, then I can always use the 2-1 and the Mortal Coil against the 3-3. Otherwise, I coil the Chow. Right. I'm a little indifferent on whether or not to play the Ancient. It's a little annoying that he can silence this to basically do 6 damage to my Giant, but that's okay. He already played 1 silence. Probably doesn't have another.
I've got the beast in my sight. Reporting for duty. for duty.
This may actually be worth silencing. Or I can simply Hellfire. I think this is a big enough threat. I owl this. I'll still need to owl Tyrion someday. Then I can just Shadow Flame this owl. 2, 6. So I'll want to tap and then probably play Ancient Watcher in there. And I want to draw another owl at some point.
Almost out of time.
That giant is just enough health to that silencing the humility off is worth, I think.
Reporting for duty.
By fire be purged? I think he needs to be purged right now. A little bit of a surprise to see this card from Handlock, I think. What's that? Better than Jaraxxus here. Well, debatably better. Better in the sense that Jaraxxus would be really good if he didn't have Harrison. Like, if he has Harrison, he's holding it forever. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What a disaster.
Reporting for duty. Well played. Win. Your soul.
No, I was actually watching Hype's deck earlier, so I pretty much know what it's about. It's like my capitalism deck, except less greed. Oh wait, actually it's mech. I don't think he runs Clockwork Gnome though, if memory serves right.
The pleasure is mine.
I greet you.
I keep an eye on everyone else.
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
My choice is either Dark Bomb or Coin Twilight. No, Coin Twilight here. I don't think that deck has any good way to remove this. Well, I'll see what's behind this, I guess. Which means I should have done it first, but I'm curious enough. Nah, killed for free later. Nah, it wouldn't be for free. What pal? Darn. That's above average for him. But not that far above average.
Special delivery.
Nope, blocked. I wonder if his deck runs Belcher. It might not.
None.
Oh my god. These are some painful back-to-back turns. I think I just play Molten Giant. I'd go down to too close to lethal to do anything else. I would expect my deck to have a good matchup against his, but he's showing the surprising tempo gains Bone Lava and Black Knight can have.
Too soon.
All in all, that's probably a favorable result for me. 1-4-6, perhaps?
I've got the beast in my sail.
Hopefully his hand is more controlling. The problem with his hand is it can stabilize, but if it stabilizes, it can't play threats.
Too soon.
I need to somehow gain a turn. Dagger Eviscerate does me in, but if I try to stabilize, then I'll fall behind potentially.
Possibilities.
So, you got me in a tough spot. Kinda sucks.
Special delivery!
Especially sucks. Boombot plus Taunt. That might not be bad. He has to get through 7. Other possible plays include 6, 7, 9. That's kind of interesting. Doesn't do enough. Antique Ancient, Sun Fury. Not bad.
Shield up.
Double fan. Interesting. I forget whether or not he also has Preparation and Sprint. Probably not with all these cards.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Too soon.
Ha, this guy's toast.
That was kind of an ambitious play against Area of Effect. He's decided I don't have it, I guess.
My shield for Argon.
Powering up. Portals online.
Well played.
Darn. That would have been a game where Shadow Flame would have been quite a bit better than Black Knight. But I think that deck is quite rare.
I must protect the one. Your soul shall be mine.
Due to the 1-for-1 replacements, like I can mentally think during the game. So this card, Black Knight, it's actually Shadow Flame, is it better or worse? And this card, Ragnos, it's actually Jaraxxus, is it better or worse? In this matchup, the Black Knight will definitely be better. Well, not definitely. Will most likely be better. One of the reasons for the lack of Shadow Flame is because decks seem to be playing less masses of stuff and more condensed good stuff.
I have no time for games.
Surprisingly good here. Hopefully, Zombie Chow is allowed to do 2 damage to Sylvanas. It is not, as he top decks around. But I have double Dark Bolt. That's okay. And the opponent only has 3 cards left. And if he's playing a card like Sylvanas, maybe he's more ramp. And maybe he doesn't run stuff. Combo is the word I'm looking for. Turn 6 hero ability. That's good for me, but wow, wild growth. Okay. So maybe he has the combo in his hand ready to go. It's a little scary. Part of me doesn't want to play the Belcher. It's probably wild growthing though, because Ancient of Lore is about to be played, but still.
I must safeguard the land.
Wow. Well, this is interesting. Is this setting up for lethal next turn? Oh, that's a good draw.
My shield for honor.
Keep an eye on those 2 cards on the left side of his hand. They could be Force of Nature, Savage Roar, exactly. A move like that kind of telegraphs it. Plus, he had no turn 6 play, so. Okay, it was a spell. That wasn't unlikely either. It's a taunt, which is more of the ramp druid version. So it's all quite uncertain right now.
None shall.
Pretty good. Okay, so I am in combo range. That's bad. I'm in exactly combo range. But it would have to be exactly those 2 cards. But maybe it's exactly those 2 cards. So maybe I... That's nice. That's not the best play to make, unless his hand is exactly Force Savage. But there have been things that have gone on in this game which are too suspicious for me.
I must safeguard the land.
So it turns out I misplayed because his hand wasn't exactly Force Savage. But I guess this locks down the game. Belcher's good. Against Druid too, it's so hard to play the Jaraxxus. They usually don't run the Harrison, but getting the Jaraxxus down is so difficult. It's almost impractical. The Ragnaros is by far good enough. Uses a Force, but not a Savage. So that card in his hand is not Savage, but it is probably Force. Yeah, I think that card in his hand is Force of Nature. I mean, if I were to take a wild guess and assign probabilities, I think that's the most likely card he has. Given the way this game has played out. I mean, look at his turn. It's turn 10 hero ability. Well, he's gonna do more stuff. Oh, it's a VGH. Well, I was wrong.
Well played.
I lived in fear when there was nothing to fear except fear itself. But I suppose I still won, which means I took precautions against losing and didn't lose. And I still won. So it's all good.
Where shall I strike?